Tell us about this week of chair shenanigans you've had.
So yeah, I ordered this fucking chair. It was just like going to be a black fabric chair, and instead of coming, they sent a pink leather chair, which you saw. And I could even put up a picture that people could see. And obviously, I'm like, this is wrong, and also very uncomfortable. Because if it had been comfortable, I may have considered keeping it, but it wasn't comfortable. So then
It was an awful chair. It was the worst thing ever created. I wouldn't even sit my dog on that chair,
Well, I mean, it's the sort of chair that you could imagine being in like a little girl's bedroom, perhaps.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Not just because it's pink.
It couldn't go with a boy's mega desk.
No. No, we're all about leisure and aesthetics.
Yeah.
Up in Megadesk.
So yeah, I emailed the Chinese company and I'm like, hey, this is wrong, and they're like, oh well, what do you want us to do? And I said, I want you to send me the one I ordered, please. And they said, okay, and they sent me the one I've ordered, and then they're like, oh, we want you to send the other one back. We need to send it in the post. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I sent them an email. I'm like, it's a pandemic. That's
I'm
not
going
essential.
out of my way to walk this huge box to a post office when you've sent me the wrong items.
It was a huge fucking box full of chair, and I wasn't going to do that. So I emailed them back. I'm not doing that. You can come and get it if you want. They're like, no, you can just keep it. I wonder why they wanted to just give them away at this point.
But that's not it. It doesn't end there.
No. And then so the other chair comes. Right, so in between that, before the chair I wanted to came, I ordered another chair because I wasn't going to have the chair that I originally wanted because I've seen it in pink form and it wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
So I ordered a better chair. It was double the price, but much better. And then that chair and the original chair came at the same day, and I ended up building both of them.
So we had 3 chairs.
Yeah.
And only use for one of them.
Yeah. And 2 of them were just so terrible. You couldn't even... If a guest came around and was going to be on the podcast, I'd feel bad about them having to sit in one of those for an extended period of time. Yeah. So yeah, I'm like...
They were terrible. No back support.
No back support.
Sort of sliding off a bit, weren't you?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
They're weird proportions. Why were the legs so big?
Yeah. And I've looked into it as well. Like, that chair design is being sold by loads of different companies.
Yeah. Yeah, them chairs are in.
Well, they're not. They'd be out of my house. So I had to fucking... Well,
they are.
They're gone now, yeah. So
the end of the story is we've sold...
Yeah.
Well,
luckily, Louis knew someone who would take them off our hands and got rid of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it
was a whole saga of chairs.
This always happens to me, Louis. You know this about me. Just like things just don't work out. I always have awkward things go on. I don't know what the fuck. But
we'll get there, Max. We'll get there in the end.
But
Max just has weird sort of social problems.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with
when
me.
It comes to solving anything. Like
being
Max went to the shop the other day to buy 4 Guinness, 4 cans of Guinness, right? That come as a 4-pack.
Yeah.
He gets home, there's one missing from the pack. So I went. So I said, we live 2 doors down from a shop, by the way. And I said, so Max, did you go back and get the other can that you've just paid for? No. I couldn't bother to deal with it. It was a whole thing. Yeah. What?
Well, because if I go back in there and I'm like, "Oh, mate, this you're missing.
What?
Missing a
5
Guinness.
seconds later?
Well, might have been like, "I don't believe you," or.
See, this is what the issues you go over. This is the scenarios you go through in your head. You would have gone back in there and you're going, "Oh, sorry, mate. Here's your can."
Yeah.
That you just downed a can of Guinness within the 10 seconds of leaving the shop.
I don't know. You don't know what people were thinking. It's just weird. I don't know. Yeah, stuff like that I just can't deal with. I think it's partly because I've worked retail and I just don't want to be a bother. I just don't want to be a bother.
Oh, don't worry. You're entitled to exist in this society.
Yeah.
You know?
But also, I was also thinking he may have just charged me for 3 because I didn't get a receipt. So,
well, maybe, but then how are you going to know?
I'll never know. Obviously.
You'll never know now.
If I went in there, I was like, "Oh, sorry, did you?" You'd be like, "Yeah, I did." I'll be like, "Oh, okay, no worries." I'll just walk out. So fucking stupid.
This is a thrill ride. Wrap it up.